3 businesses would you target to bring to Van Buren Township, and how would you go about attracting them? Does anyone have any particular businesses?
I can start with that.
Okay.
I guess I would start with that one just because I know that we know what people want. People would like another grocery store. We have dealt with them, we have asked them. Right now, it's a hard market. You have to have the rooftops. You have to have so many rooftops to get anybody to come in. There's the question of Menards. We know that it's out there. They have had limited discussions with the township. They, as you know, want to use the Farmer Jack property. They want to purchase some of the fairground property. They need some rezoning. We have let them know what they need to do to start with rezoning and what they need to do, but they have not moved forward. That would be an asset. Some of our smaller businesses don't think that. They think it will hinder them, and that is also a concern with the little community, your little stores. They have a survival program. We also need some more restaurants. As you know, Bell Tire is coming in. We have tried to pride ourselves on what the area from the bridge to Tyler Road, that is actually the premier community in our DDA. So we've tried to keep consistent with colored brick. We've tried to keep consistent with benches, with bike racks, and how that whole area looks. Right down to what the street light looks like, the flags that are put up that are changed twice a year. Those are all very important things. We send out feelers for anybody that is looking for some place to be. But right now, it's more difficult just because of the economy, but we are always looking. Like you say, L&W has moved forward. L&W has been a great community supporter. And any of the new tax abatements that we've gained, they guarantee us. They can't guarantee the person will be from Van Buren Township, but they will guarantee new employees. They have to report back to us if there's a problem that gets answered, or we revocate that tax exemption if they don't perform the way they're supposed to. So we're out there, we're looking. We have a DDA director. She's looking to fill that area. So we're all working on what everybody's working on. And you know, the biggest thing is we all want to work here, live here, live here. I live here, I work here, my kids are raised here. What happens here is important.
I have a question just for Sherry, and you already answered this, but do it again. Does the present treasurer have a college degree, associate, or bachelor's?
No, I don't. I probably could have pulled my associate's degree. I have not. I have gone to college at Detroit Business College. I have been certified through the state through the Treasurers Institute. I also served on the school board. I have been certified as a school board member. When I was deputy clerk, I am a certified municipal clerk. So I have more than enough credits, probably. I know I could pull that. I have never pulled my associate's degree. But I have gone to college as I needed it. I actually started when my youngest son started so that he would keep going, and bless his heart, he graduated. Mom got a little small, but I do not have it, but I have a whole lot of experience. Thank you.
Did anyone else want to talk about 3 businesses they want to bring into the community? I'd like to hear names of businesses if you do.
Yeah.
I did want to say something.
Okay.
Like address the answer.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. So it's exciting to hear us talk about the vision of a premier community, but I think that that's actually something we need to let the people in the community be part of, right? And I know that I do social media, and on Facebook, the Bellevue Current had actually posted something. What are 3 businesses that you want to see? And that was so, I actually put it because there are just lists and lists and lists and lists of different kinds of ideas. So for me to say what 3 businesses I want to come into the community, again, that wouldn't represent what people want. So when we engage people in a conversation about a premier community and what businesses do you want, let's have that conversation. So who wants to be a part of let's talk about the community and what businesses we want, and have that conversation, and open it up, and do surveys, and do online questions, and really have it be something that we take ownership over as the whole community contributes to that. So, I'm sorry, I don't have that before. That's okay.
I would rather see us be better prepared for any business. It's great to have that list that Karen just showed us, and that I thought was really neat that the current put that out there. But like Karen said, there's tons and tons. Everybody's got a different idea. So what we need to do is prepare our entire community for any business that wants to come here and look at us. You know, they talk about rooftops. Well, let's make sure that we continue with the type of development like we have on Belleville Road between the Service Drive and Tyler Road. The easy access out, to try to limit the turn lanes, to try to limit the accidents. Let's not have a bunch of police cars and fire trucks attending accidents on Belleville Road because we did our planning correctly. Continue along that line. Be prepared for any business, restaurant, supermarket, whatever wants to come to our community by being prepared.
This one will be quick because I just want a show of hands. Which candidates supported the recent Van Buren Township recall election?
What's that?
Could you tell,
Okay.
I don't remember the names of people. Could you tell me the names of
Oh.
people?
Sure.
Larry Fix supported the recall. I signed the petition. I didn't do any actual support, but I signed the petition.
And Tim?
I signed the petition as well. I wasn't actually actively involved in it.
These are the three candidates for supervisor, and Linda.
I signed the petition, and that was the reason I chose to retire, because I was retaliated against.
And Karen.
My name is Karen Lamont. I was a petitioner on the recall. I signed a petition. I circulated petitions. I proudly stand behind my effort to recall.
Thank you. I don't know if anyone up here can answer this, but we're going to try it. There are several hundred, what do you call those green things?
Cogen, the
Cogens.
gas to, landfill gas to electricity.
Several hundred cogen plants operating in the U.S. Do you have evidence from medical, scientific, or engineering journals that suggest that these cogen plants are a health hazard? Can anybody?
Sir, do you sit on the Environmental Commission?
I do.
I was there that evening when you were discussing it, and with regard to that, I don't have any information. I know that you were actually someone who did speak about it with knowledge about it.
No.
Yeah. So I do remember you though, but I don't know anything about that. No.
Yeah, I think you'd have to, I don't know.
My reason
Is
for
that
asking the
paperwork?
question, my reason for asking the question is that I've researched this quite exhaustively, and I've been able to find no indication whatsoever in a professional journal of health hazards.
Okay.
That's the conclusion I came up with too. I spent a couple of hours. I'm not an expert on it, but like I said, I have family that lives the other side of Istion. I researched it for a couple of hours, and I found, and I also found no complaints of the residents. Very, very few complaints from the residents as well. So at first when I first heard about the plant, I was very apprehensive about it. As time went on, and I did that research, like I said, for the zoning, I realized Grace Lake. Should we call it Grace Lake? Is that what it was?
We do call it Grace
Yeah,
Lake.
that's not what it was planned, but Grace Lake, doesn't sound like the appropriate place for it by the zoning of that. But for the health risks that I have found very, very little negative press about these plants. And I was very apprehensive when I first heard about it.
Yeah, I can tell you that. I don't know if there are any hazards, but I know of a company, Capstone Turbines, that's been building these turbines that start with little small ones, and they put them up on top of supermarkets. And it's like another cogen thing. You might find something on their web pages, but I know nothing of any risks.
I never got involved with the health hazard part of it. My main concern was the master plan, the time and effort that a lot of citizens put in to maintaining what they wanted at Grace Lake. And now we're going to allow some special modifications to that master plan I'm not saying that we shouldn't, but I want to be able to justify it to all those people who put in all that time and said that we're going to do this master plan because this is what we want our community to be. And now, this many years later, well, we've forgotten about the master plan. We've forgotten about all the hours and all the information that people brought forward to make that master plan doable at the time and make it something that we wanted to live with and work with.
I know this is called a debate, and I guess I would debate that I don't think the Planning Commission ever forgot the amount of time that people have put in on this, and I would also would like to let you know how much time the Planning Commission has spent looking at this. We have had our sound experts. We have dealt with the EPA and they are the ones that permit the stacks. I have read probably stacks of stuff on what does and what does not. And I would like to thank Mr. Wilson for the report that he did, because he drew the conclusion that there aren't the safety hazards. We do believe that we have enough things in place with the sound criteria, with the cement walls that are going to go up. There are guidelines that they are going to have to meet if, in fact, this gets approved by the Planning Commission. And so I think they have done a fair amount of work to make sure. And once again, Mr. Wilson, thank you for your work. And we've seen them, our sound expert went to 2 of the different factories. One of them was right behind the township hall, and they didn't complain of no noise, and they complained of no smells or anything else. Is it a good idea? It takes this gas, it cleans it, it produces heat, and it runs these generators which do electricity. It is a clean energy project, which is what everybody is looking at their communities to do so that we are not so dependent. At Salt Trails in Canton, they are now going to take their gas out of their one well, bring it out of the ground, clean it up, put it back in the ground, and sell it for gas, because methane is the same kind of gas that you use in your house. And that's what they're doing with theirs. To me, it makes sense. It's maybe a little better than having it just burn off in a stack. Canton also had a generation plant, but it was at Ford's and Wayne. So some of that gas was taken from the plant there and was heated the building, Ford's. But now when they did the new one, they put a lot of these solar panels up. So not as much gas is being used to heat that facility. And also the gas is getting less because that landfill on the north side of Van Born has been closed a lot of times. But it was shipped to the Wayne, to their cogeneration plant that heated that factory. So there are a lot of good things. And I have not really read where it's been harmful to anyone.
And I know that the cogen facility doesn't fit the original plan for Grace Lake, but with GE there, it kind of fits the theme. GE is moving towards our alternative energy sources, and this is a fantastic alternative energy source from what we've heard. For economic development, I mean, right now the country's in a lull. I mean, we basically need the next technological innovation. And then, I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with politics. I'm sorry, it's my feelings. The next technological innovation is going to be based on the new energy generations. The next growth in our economy is going to be poured around this type of technologies. With GE here, I think it's a fantastic opportunity to attract other alternative energy companies to this area and to be able to promote those. I know that under Jennifer Granholm, she was doing a lot of encouragement to have these type of companies come here. And I think that would be a fantastic market to look at. A solar panel generation company or some other type of alternative energy company to come to Van Buren Township and bring these new products and basically be the seat of some of this new generation of technology. GE's here, and I think it'd be fantastic to attract other businesses that are in a similar direction, because that is going to be the new technology. Energy generation is going to be the next technological wave that is going to give the big boost to the economy. Thank you.